Hello, hello. Dr. Ken Berry here, family physician, and you notice someone is missing right now, Nisha Berry. She is headed this way momentarily, and we're going to have a surprise cameo appearance, I think. So if you've been wanting to see the newest addition to the Berry family, then stay tuned. He's going to be here in a second. I'm not sure what they're doing, but if you've got any friends or family who've been wanting to see baby Beckett Berry, then text them, call them, throw something at their front porch and tell them to tune into this live, and they can meet this beautiful baby. Here they come.
I don't know where my phone is. Oh, it's here.
Yeah, here. There's Nisha.
Oh, you're going to have to tilt it down.
Hold on.
Hi.
There she is.
I'm much happier than the last time we were on live.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, can
No
you see
doubt.
him? Oh, say hello. Here, let me stand up.
Okay.
Oh, God. He's going to do the internet connection thing. Say hello, everybody.
He's got a belly full of milk right now.
So this is Charles William Beckett, but we're gonna call him Beckett. Oh, I know. We're gonna call him Beckett. He's named for my grandfather, and then we also, which is William. His name was William B. So the B stands for Beckett, and then Charles is a family name for both sides too.
Yeah,
So.
we both have great-great-grandfathers or further back who were Charles and William.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nisha decided his name needed to be Beckett.
Yeah.
And so his name is Charles William Beckett.
Mm-hmm.
Solace-Berry.
Salisbury. Yeah, he has my last name.
Yep.
Did you tilt it down? It doesn't look tilted
You
down.
need to tilt down more? I can scratch a little bit.
How am I feeling? Well, I felt better, but feel good today. We had a little bit of a traumatic entrance into the world,
You
which
want to tell them the story?
we'll do a short version, and then we're gonna do a YouTube video as well. Will you grab that pillow?
Oh, yeah.
And sit on that pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, last Sunday, my water broke at 11 at night, and things went really, really fast. We only stayed at the house for about an hour before I was like, we need to go to the birth center. And when I got there, I was dilated to 5 already, and then I was complete in a few more hours. And then, so everything went great until I got complete. And then I proceeded to need to push for 4 hours at the birth center. And then they moved me to Vanderbilt. I pushed, and I did all that natural. So everything, I did my whole entire labor natural, pushed for 4 hours without any pain medicine or anything. Got transferred to Vandy, got an epidural just in case we had to go to C-section, so I didn't have to be put under general anesthesia. They let me rest for an hour, pushed for another hour, and his head was in there a little bit crooked, and I couldn't get him down, and I was exhausted. So they called the OB in there, and she gave us the option to do vacuum, but if the vacuum didn't work, we'd have to go to C-section, or we could do a forceps delivery, and that's what ended up
Or just go
happening.
straight to C-section.
Or go to C-section, which we really didn't want to do that. So this little baby was brought into the world via forceps. And so I'm pretty sore. But
Yeah.
he's healthy, and he was a champ. His heart, his strip never looked bad at all. He did great the entire time. He was just in there a little crooked. So
Yeah.
I did natural labor without the benefit of having a natural birth.
Yeah.
But
But she pushed like a champ for 4
he was
hours.
like just right there.
No epidural, no medicine, didn't even have an IV at the birth center.
Yeah.
And then when we transferred over to Vandy, you pushed for another hour and a half.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't coming out. He just
Yeah.
was not going to do it.
Yeah. So
He was almost there, but
yeah. But we always were very open to if we needed interventions that were needed.
Needed, right.
That, obviously we would do them, and we did. And we had great people at Vanderbilt. They did not pressure us. They talked to us very respectfully and gave us options, and here's what, if you want to do this, here's your blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I ended up really having a good experience at Vanderbilt Hospital, honestly. I had a better experience there than Baby & Co. Nothing against Baby & Co. I just didn't bond with the midwife the way I was hoping that I would, but I'll talk about that in the video. But my nurse at Vanderbilt was fantastic. Her name was Chelsea, and if by some miracle she's watching this, you were awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Great L&D nurse.
Yeah, she was me if I could have been my own nurse, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's the short version. We'll do the long, because there's more.
There's more. Yeah. Oh, there's more.
So much more. Yeah. So we'll do the long version on a YouTube video coming up very soon, I promise you.
I'm sitting over here literally biting my tongue.
Yeah, because this and this and this. Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, I have a tattoo of an ampersand, which is the and symbol. And like the so like the fires, that was another, and then this happened, and then our house burned down, and then I went into labor, and then, so yeah, y'all get the long version on YouTube. So we'll let you know when that comes out. We're going to do that this week, probably.
Definitely.
And we're breastfeeding. That's the one thing that has gone exactly the way that I wanted it to go. He's been nursing since he was, 30 minutes old, and haven't had any problems.
Yeah. We went to a lactation consultant about a week before. Yeah. Do you remember her name?
Kate. I can't remember her last name.
Kate was amazing. She validated a lot of stuff we thought we knew.
And told us some stuff that we didn't know.
Yep. Very supportive, very knowledgeable. She was a Grand Slam home run. And so Nisha was also obviously very knowledgeable about breastfeeding before that. But Kate helped us a ton. And then Beckett, he did his job.
Yeah, he is perfect. He has a little of a upper lip tie, but it hasn't affected his latch at all. But we had resources available if it was going to affect him. Somebody to call pronto. The lactation consultant would have came to the house if we needed her. Like, we were very prepared because I was like, I'm breastfeeding.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. Like, if my nips fall off, I'm breastfeeding. So, but thankfully, we've had a really great experience. He's done awesome.
Yeah. When we thought we could feel some thoughts and prayers, and thank you for those.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Get this boy out. Let me hold him.
Oh,
don't be hiding him away
so
in your mama shield.
So I'm wearing a baby Catan, if you guys were wondering. This is like a baby holder.
This is the coolest thing ever. I don't know why these haven't been around. Like, how did they ever go out of style?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
Can make him mad. It'll be my fault.
He sleeps really good.
Yeah.
But he sleeps so good that he's got like sleep in his eye constantly.
It's okay. He's still gonna be cute. You're gonna make him cry.
I'm not. Oh, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
How cute is that?
Right? Frankenbooty. Yeah. Oh, there he is. You want to say hi? You want to say hi?
Hi. Say hi.
Hi?
Oh, he waved.
There's your wave. He never spits up, but watch him do it now.
Yeah.
All over the shirt.
He's never spit up, not one time.
He's stretching. Look at him. Oh,
yeah.
How you doing?
Oh,
no. Oh, no. You're not going to do it, are you? What are you going to do? Don't do that.
Like, his poor little big head.
There he is. Usually I'm holding Toto, and I told you that one day soon I'll be holding somebody else.
Yawn.
Oh. That was a big yawn. How you doing, huh? So this is Charles William Beckett. It's hot in here, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and he's going to cry, so I'm giving him back to his mom.
C.W. Beckett.
C.W. Beckett.
He's got one of his 18 Halloween outfits on.
Do you guys have any questions about Charles William Beckett or about the labor or the birth or the breastfeeding or anything like that? We're probably going to do kind of a...
We'll do a series.
Yeah, definitely. But we're going to probably just do a shorter live tonight since Baby and Nisha are still recovering. And then next week we'll be back full blast. And but if you have any questions about that, Nisha is eating lots of fatty meat. She's
drinking a ton of water.
Tons of water. It's so funny.
I know.
It's so funny. The instant he latches and she starts to breastfeed, what happens to your mouth?
It gets dry.
Dry as a chip. And
Yeah.
so I've got to go and get her trusty hydro flask filled up with
I
water.
think he's hot.
It's hot in here. Yeah.
Did the heat kick on?
I don't know. Let me go open the door. Be right back.
How did you guys choose the names? Yeah. 2 family names. Charles William. Those are both family names. My grandfather's name was William B. So the B is for Beckett. We'll go into all that on the YouTube video more.
Is that going to be on my channel or your
Yeah,
channel?
Mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Nisha loves it on YouTube. That's where it's going to be in 2 or 3 days. You can check that
Yeah.
out. Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's like the #1
Yeah.
thing. How did you choose your name?
Yeah.
We'll go into depth on the YouTube video.
We both had a great grandfather Charles, and we both. She
Well,
had
no,
a
I had
grandfather
my-
William.
My
Well, you got a Charles. way
yeah, I
back,
know, but more directly, my grandmother's brother. was named
Yes,
Charlie.
yeah. And then I had a great grandfather named Charles and William, and then your grandfather was William B.
Mm-hmm.
And although the B stands for nothing for her
On grandmother.
for her grandfather,
Yeah.
we decided that it probably needed to have stood for Beckett. And
It
so-
just, the minute I knew he was a boy, that's the name that popped into my head. And we'd always had trouble picking out boy names, but that flew into my head immediately. But we're going to go into that.
we got girl names picked out for the next 3.
Yeah, right. He weighed 7 pounds, 10 ounces, and was 21 1/4 inches long.
Yeah. Yep. Was born at 12:14 p.m.
Yeah, 12:14 p.m.
Yeah.
After a long, stressful
Yeah.
internet. What are we going to do about
I don't know.
this stupid internet?
I guess we just need to move.
I guess we do need to move. Yes, I did have aversions to meat the entire first trimester. They pretty much went away by 17, 18 weeks. But that was the main thing. It was just meat. The smell of meat, the texture of meat, eggs. Like,
Hey,
really?
guys. Come here. Hey.
Oh, there.
Hey. Here, get a bite. Shut up. What's wrong with you?
The dogs have been good. A lot of you have asked, how are the dogs dealing?
Yeah.
The first night, not so good. But they've been really good
Yeah.
so far. Also, it's his birthday. Did you know? He's a week old today.
Oh, happy week.
Yeah, I can't believe. Can you believe it? That it's been a week
Well,
already.
It doesn't seem like it's been a week. We've been sleeping so. Nisha obviously is up breastfeeding and stuff, and I have to get up anywhere from 3 to 7 times a night to kind of help out, which I'm happy to do. But it has
He's got a
cut
little bit of an attitude.
a tiny bit of an attitude, not much.
He's got an attitude.
That's a little maybe, but it's 3 in the morning.
I'm like,
who
why
doesn't
do
have
you
an attitude?
act like you have to get up and be somewhere in the morning?
You should have heard my attitude back in the day when I was an ER doctor, and
I
you woke
would
me
have
up at
just
3 in the
punched you
morning.
in the face. Is what would have happened.
But it's fun because he's sweet. In the middle of the night, he wakes up and he just looks around. He's like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
And then he'll squeak. So he does this like squeak thing
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he's
it's really cute.
mad.
He's a real cutie.
But we've pretty much got everything. Like we've got a routine down. In the mornings, I get up about 7, feed him one more real good heavy feed, put him in the bed with Ken. I go take a shower.
Yeah,
I come back, make my coffee. I bring him out because he's awake, like
Yep.
wide awake in the morning. I
Yep.
sit him in his little boppy lounger and we just talk. We have a little coffee and chat, listen to some music. I sing to him and he just looks around. That's his really wide awake time, is first thing in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tanya asked if you thought hypothyroid would affect milk supply.
No.
Yeah, if it's
Not if
controlled.
you're treated.
If you're
Yeah,
treated
if,
with
if it's
with
like
a-
going insane, maybe.
Mhm. But if you're treated and if you're making sure you're getting plenty of iodine, and not only for you and your cells, but also for the baby. Iodine, if you have enough of it in your body, you actually pass that in the breast milk to your baby, which is a good thing. Same goes for vitamin D.
I was going to say, we'll talk about the supplements I'm taking for breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't
Hey, come here.
think about that. So vitamin D drops are unnecessary if the
To
mom
give
is,
the baby.
if the mom is taking vitamin D, and you need to take at least 6,400 units. I take 10,000 because I take 5,000.
Yep.
One in the morning, one at night.
Yep.
Also take iodine What else do I take? Electrolytes.
Yeah, electrolytes. And I've been giving you some vitamin K2 just so that you put the D where it needs to
Eat
go.
a lot of salt, all my Redmond salt.
Tons of salt, tons of Keto Chow electrolyte drops.
This is with me everywhere I go.
What do you drink? Probably 2 gallons a day.
I mean, at least 5 of these.
It's a
This
lot.
is my Hydro Flask. If you're gonna breastfeed, this is where it's at, and make sure you get this lid because it's got the straw in it.
Don't just get the screw off thing.
Yeah.
Make sure it's got the flip up so you can do that. Yeah. Because when you got a baby on then you just one handed and you're good. Yeah. But I was very proud of our pediatrician who said, now, are you giving the baby vitamin D drops? And we said no. And she said, well, if mom's taking enough vitamin D, then you don't have to. And I was so happy that the pediatrician knew that because most doctors have no idea. They think that humans don't make vitamin D in their breast milk, and they do. If you take 6 to 400 or more a day, you make all the vitamin D your baby needs.
Which we suggest people take vitamin D anyways, but when you're breastfeeding, you need more.
That's right. Yeah. But the vitamin D and the iodine go straight through the breast milk to the baby if you've got enough for yourself. Yeah. Pretty cool how it works. It's almost like it was designed that way or something. Yeah.
What else? A lot of people have asked if it's called a Hydro Flask. The water bottle Hydro Flask. I'll link it.
Put a link in the description.
You can get them from Amazon.
Yeah.
They come in all different colors.
And I think this thing is so sturdy. I think you could run over it with a car.
They have like things to put on it to protect it, but
it's pretty rugged.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that thing's been a lifesaver for her because it's got this little hook so she can hook her finger and she can just drink while she's. Yeah, it's really nice.
Don't fall out of the chair.
Don't fall out of the chair.
What else?
You see any more good questions?
Am I eating keto while breastfeeding? Yes. I'm eating heavy meat.
Lots of meat.
No, have I eaten any? Like very little veg.
Yeah,
I've eaten a lot of chicken livers.
Yeah. You've been almost carnivore since you've been breastfeeding.
Yeah, it's much easier to stick to when I'm not pregnant. I know that's stupid, but.
Yeah. And now she likes coffee again.
Man, coffee never tasted so good in my life. I was off coffee the last 3 months of my pregnancy. I don't know.
You just didn't have a taste.
It tasted awful.
Yeah. Those weird taste aversions happen when you're pregnant. And I don't think anybody really knows why. They just happen, and you have to just roll with them and deal with them.
Sorry, this internet. We should just really use my phone from now on. I'm not taking anything to increase my milk supply. The main thing that increases your milk supply is that you have baby skin to skin constantly in the first week.
Yeah.
And really after that too, the oxytocin and all of that, and looking at the baby and loving on the baby, like that's gonna help your milk supply more than anything.
Just like
and being hydrated.
Every important physiological thing in the human body, breastfeeding is all about the hormones. And so if you have a C-section and they take the baby to the warmer and then they take the baby to the nursery and you don't have that, they call it the golden hour. That baby needs to be skin to skin against your chest, belly to belly, chest to chest. That stimulates your prolactin, your oxytocin, and all the other hormones that stimulate breast milk. The more they latch, the more you nurse, the more you make. So eat lots of meat, eat lots of fat, lots of protein, drink tons of water, and have just hours and hours of skin to skin, chest to chest, all day, every day. That's how we're supposed to do it. And when you do that, it just seems like the milk magically comes.
We're waiting in between. Also, I haven't really boosted my calories, I don't think. And I've had no problem with my supply whatsoever. I know they say boost your calories, but oh my God, you're burning me up.
Sorry.
I'm not consciously doing that. Like I eat when I'm hungry. So.
Yep.
Somebody asked, was labor harder than you thought? No. Postpartum, harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Labor's exactly what I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be hard. I expected it to be, painful. And I was prepared, completely prepared, and I would do that over again, no problem. The after of the forceps delivery, and I had 2 tears and repair and like that stuff, no one talks about. I'll be talking a little about that. That sucks. I was not prepared for that. Well, I was prepared. Like I had the things to prepare for, but I was not mentally prepared for the pain of a tear that severe and swelling and the peeing on yourself and the first bowel movement and like all the things no one talks about. I'm not shy. I will talk about it. Y'all know.
Here comes the poop talk.
It sucks a lot. So those Depends that I bought for bleeding, my bleeding was fine, but I peed myself all the time. And I wasn't prepared for it to be like no control whatsoever. I have no muscle tone. I tore really, really badly. Like no one really talks about that, I don't think. So I'm gonna make it a point to make sure that women know. Oh, even though I was a labor and delivery nurse, I guess because most of my women had epidurals and they, you know what I mean? It was a different thing because I had bone pain from him sitting on my pubic bone for 5 hours, from pushing for 5 hours. I had muscle spasms every time I had a contraction. Like I had all this stuff that like in the after was like, oh my God, I feel like I've been hit by a truck. The truck put it in reverse and then I got hit again and then kicked a lot. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Postpartum is a big deal that I don't think it gets talked about enough, and so Nisha's going to fix that by talking about that plenty.
Yeah. But having all the things, I was totally prepared. I had all the Dermaplast, the witch hazel, the cold packs, the sitz baths, the spray bottles, like all of that I had because I'm a nurse and knew that I would need it, but I didn't know
why
how bad I would need it. Yeah. My labor wasn't long. I went very, very fast. What do they call it? A speedy.
Yeah.
I was a speedy because I went from water breaking to complete in less than 5 hours.
Yeah.
But the pushing stage
She pushed hardcore for 4 solid hours. And then they transferred us from the birth center to Vanderbilt, and she pushed for another hour and a half after she got there. So a total of 5 hours of 5.5 hours of solid pushing.
It was really more than that because I was pushing the whole time I was being transferred too.
Right, true. Yeah. So
because you can't help it. Like I was to the point where like my body was pushing, even though he wasn't going anywhere.
His head was something called asynclitic, which means it was a little bit tilted.
Crooked. So it should have been like this, but it was more like this.
Yeah, and Nisha's got a small pelvis. And that and then the other stuff we'll talk about in the YouTube video on her channel, and then it just didn't happen, and so we had to go to Vanderbilt and have an assisted delivery.
Yeah, I didn't tear because of him. I tore because of the forceps.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think if I would have, his head's not huge.
No,
he has
a little head like me.
So if I would have had him just without forceps, I think the tear would have been 1st degree, and I wouldn't have had all that trauma internal. I had an internal tear and an external tear. So because the forceps go inside of you, and they pull the baby out. So yeah, it was way more. It was way more than a normal natural delivery tear.
Everybody's putting smiley, funny faces because they know I have a tiny head.
Yeah,
they're agreeing with me.
Right.
I think's what they're doing.
Caveman head.
My Neander head. Yeah.
Oh, and then I popped a stitch. Yeah.
That happened. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't sunny side up. He wasn't OP, which would have made actual sense.
Yeah.
He was just a little crooked. Yeah. Yeah, Renna. That first bowel movement. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about all this. All this stuff is, I'm gonna be real and talk about everything.
Yeah. And he's a very good baby. He cries if he's hungry or dirty. That's pretty much it.
Or he's gassy.
Or gassy, yeah.
But he doesn't get a lot of gas because he's breastfed, so there's not a lot of air that goes into him.
He doesn't spit up at all.
He's not spit up one time, and he's a week old. I was like, is this normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gaining weight every day.
Yeah, we have Keto Savage. Shout out to Crystal and Robert. Bought us what's it called? The Hatch.
The Hatch. Can't believe we got it right.
Changing table. And
it's got a built-in scale.
It's super high tech. It weighs the baby, and it's got an app on your phone, and so it tracks his weight. And he's almost back to birth weight, which usually takes two weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So he's doing great.
So he's doing a great job.
Yeah, his sisters came and saw him, and they love him. He's perfect.
Yeah, and he's got his own Instagram. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but there's pictures of his sisters coming to see him on his Instagram. It's Beckett Did It.
Beckett did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Beckett Berry probably will find him. But you can follow him. There's no
Beckett
telling what's going to be on there.
Beckett Solace.
Tomorrow I'm going to post a poopy diaper.
Okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't care.
Thank you.
Everybody's talking about their tears.
Oh, man.
It's-
And it wasn't even the baby, it was those damn forceps.
I
But-
think a regular tear must be awful, but an internal and external tear, I'm telling you, 25 out of 10 pain.
Yeah. Because when the forceps are around the baby's head, it makes the baby's head effectively much bigger because those forceps have to come back out too.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just was more than Nisha's tiny pelvis could bear.
I didn't feel a thing though, because that epidural was bomb.
Yeah.
If there is a time and a place for an epidural, and a forceps delivery
Yeah.
is that time and
Yeah.
that place.
But
honestly, my labor was fine. I was
Yeah.
fine. I would do that
Yeah,
pain
yeah.
all over again.
She was so focused and so she was in it.
Yeah.
She was in the zone.
Yeah,
I was
in
so
my-
proud of her, the way she labored.
Yeah.
But Mike, CNRA at Vanderbilt, thank you, Mike, love you, for the
From
epidural.
Australia.
Yeah, from Australia.
He was a,
And then the obstetrician, I can't remember her name, but
she was a cute little blonde.
she was wonderful. You did a great job, even though we had a little tear.
It's not what I wanted,
Yeah.
but honestly, if I had to have it that way, I had the best experience possible.
Yep.
Which is
Agreed.
saying a lot.
Yep.
He did cut the cord.
I did.
I let him. They
I did.
asked me if I wanted to, and I was just like, I just want to hold my baby.
She was busy at the
I
moment.
don't care.
And we did delayed cord clamping so that he got more blood because a lot of people don't know this, but after you deliver the baby, when they immediately put him on her chest, so they had immediate skin to skin, and I touched the cord and it was still pulsing,
Mhm.
like you could
You can
feel
feel
it
it.
pulsing.
I used to count heart rate on the cord.
Yep, that
For a little
exactly.
while.
That's how you can tell the baby's heart
Mhm.
rate. But you're not supposed to clamp and cut that until it quits pulsing. That's physiologic, right? And so we waited for it to quit pulsing, and it just collapsed, and it just became pale and collapsed, and
Yeah.
there was no pulsation.
Changes.
Then
the
we
way
clamped
was.
it and cut it.
They
That's
did
the way it's supposed to be
everything-
done.
They did everything I wanted. They let me have skin to skin as long as possible. They asked me, because he was retracting a little bit, because he had a traumatic entry to the world, and we both knew he was retracting. But she didn't do anything else to him. She took him to the warmer, got him crying good, and brought him straight back. She didn't give him any medicine. She didn't poke him. She didn't prod him. She didn't weigh him. She didn't do anything. She brought him right back and put him on me. Like, she was awesome.
Yep.
They did everything I wanted.
Yeah. I was very happy
So-
with Vanderbilt.
Hey Vanderbilt,
Yep.
what's up? I'm surprisingly impressed by you.
Exactly.
Love his name. It is a pretty good name, isn't it? How long did you delay? Just till it was done pulsing.
Yeah.
It's not really a set amount of time, because if you do that and it's still pulsing, then you're
Yeah.
still
The
cutting
cord
off.
will let you know. It will stop pulsing and just become pale when the baby's done with it.
Yeah,
That's
that means the blood is all in
Yeah.
him.
And
or her.
in 50,000 years ago, or an animal in the wild, they don't gnaw the cord into while it's still pulsing. That would be a lot of blood loss. You wait till it's done, then you cut it.
We were gonna save stem cells, but we really crapped the bed
Yeah.
and didn't order the kit. And
I assumed that the hospital would just have what you need, but you got to order a kit in advance. And so if you're planning on that, the hospital won't do that. You have to order the kit online ahead of time, like 2 or 3 months ahead of time. I totally spilled the beans on that. I did not know that.
I was in the tub after my water broke, and I told him, I was like, we didn't do the stem cell thing.
Yeah, I just thought the hospital could draw some cord blood and you would have it, but no, it doesn't.
They really
work.
should. They would make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah,
I feel like.
why wouldn't they do that? Yeah,
I'm burning up.
it's
Are
so
you
hot.
hot?
Yeah, it's so hot in here.
Oh.
All right,
Plus, I've got him skin to skin.
let's do a
basically.
couple of more questions, and then these two are going to go and rest and do some breastfeeding.
I need to eat.
Yeah, you need to eat. He needs to eat. Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you, all you guys. Anything else
Did
we
you
didn't
get to
talk
catch
about?
him? No, because he got pulled out, so no.
No.
I didn't get anything that I wanted.
As far as the delivery goes, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get anything that I wanted, but I got him. And they did everything I wanted that was after, which was fine. But labor-wise,
Yeah.
it was,
There'll be a YouTube video on Nisha Loves It in the next few days about
yeah,
that.
we'll talk about it.
that. Yeah. But
I was
thank you
pretty
guys.
pissed, actually.
Yeah, we're not real happy.
I still cry
with the
about it sometimes
experience.
when I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it's just not what I wanted.
She does look great, doesn't she? How much weight have you lost so far?
25 pounds since last week.
Not even trying. Just
do you want to
breastfeeding.
see what I look like?
Yeah.
Since we'll do a bump date.
Yeah, bump update.
No bump date. That is.
Can't really. There we go. Just a tiny bump lift.
Yeah.
And this is a boppy. You're supposed to put this around your belly to support the baby, but Nisha sits on it.
Yeah.
And it works really well. So.
Yeah. So for those who want a boppy, I've not used it one time for breastfeeding, but it's been awesome
To sit on.
for my hair.
Sorry, boppy, but it works.
It's better for that,
Yeah.
honestly. I haven't used it one time to breastfeed. What else? Any other questions?
Thank you, Becky.
What did you do with placenta? Something?
Open the fridge.
We won't talk about it.
Open the fridge. I'll
If
show
you want to,
them.
I'll just send me a message. I'll tell you.
But you don't want to freak people out?
No.
Okay.
Not everybody wants to hear that.
Okay. All right.
So I was 118 before I got pregnant, and right now I'm 136. I was 136 this morning.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, for women who don't know, breastfeeding is like running full speed on the treadmill when you're sitting down relaxing. You're making so much energy to give that baby that you're just going to burn fat to make energy for that baby.
Mm.
That's how it works.
I've been living in leggings, by the way. That's all I live in. Woo! 10 pounds, 14 ounces. That's a big baby. Yes, the salt bundles are still available. We'll put the links in the description above.
Yeah.
They'll be available for a few more months, and hopefully we'll add some extra stuff around Christmas time. Like the
Definitely.
Christmas bundle. That'd be good, right?
Ooh, yeah. That's a good idea.
We had to get on the phone with them this week.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm
Jackie,
in
we
pain.
saved it. It's in the fridge. We'll talk more about that later.
Oh my God.
I want people to have the option to not hear about the placenta if they don't want to hear about that.
Man, I need my.
Thanks, Linda.
They gave me the option to have pain medicine, and I said no because I didn't want to get constipated. But every now and then I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I get pain? So I've been taking ibuprofen. Like that's all I've taken.
Yeah. She's a trooper. I'm very, very proud. Let me just say, in front of a few witnesses, how freaking proud I am of you. How you labored and how you've done this. I mean, wow. Very impressive.
Well,
Very impressive.
thank you. I've tried my best.
It's
for-
like you've done this before, even though
Well,
you
I
haven't.
haven't.
I know.
Yeah. This is a baby Catan baby carrier. It's got another piece to it, but I don't use it yet, so it's just.
Show the back. It just crisscrosses in the back. And I think it's a very ancestral thing. I think people in other countries and on other continents have carried babies like this forever. But in the U.S., we're just rediscovering this. And look how comfy he is. And like Nisha could literally juggle or make me a sandwich carrying the baby because the baby's he's just in there. Is that the coolest thing or what?
Can you say hi? Okay, there he is. Poor baby.
Yeah, he's resting. All right, I'm going to let these two rest and chill and feed. We love you guys so much. Thanks for your support to our Facebook supporters and our patrons. We will be back next week for the regular Monday Night Live. You'll be ready to roll then, right?
God, I hope so.
Yeah, okay. And so we'll put the stuff we talked about, we'll put links in the description, and we'll see you guys next week. Any final words?
Postpartum sucks.
But this baby's pretty awesome.
Labor was a breeze compared to postpartum.
Yeah.
How come no one tells you that?
I guess they just don't want you to worry about that.
I guess.
I don't know.
All
All
right.
right,
Thanks, guys. We love you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the prayers. Thanks for all your sweet comments on him. And I'm going to post a picture to prove to you that he looks like me and not his daddy.
He looks like both of us.
Okay, but he looks more like me in my baby picture.
He's got my forehead.
Yeah, he does have that. Poor Chang.
Hey, that's a good thing.
All right, guys.
All right, see you next time.
Bye.